Mm.
But but usually I trade out on all CAD pairs. I just trade Euro CAD and USD CAD. I don't think there's any time you've had me mention of a different CAD pair apart from USD CAD and Euro CAD, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it's only just those two pairs concerning the Canadian dollar. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Any other question?
Why is the dollar not behaving?
In what way? What was your bias maybe? What were you expecting?
Yeah, yeah.
Tell me, because you just can't say why is the dollar not behaving and you didn't have a bias.
My bias was I was expecting a bullish reaction. So, eh,
You're expecting
like
a
coming,
bullish reaction.
yeah, like coming January,
Uh-huh.
that was what I was expecting. But coming January, what I'm seeing,
Mm-hmm.
eh, we're just going
Uh,
lower.
why were you expecting a bullish reaction on the dollar? Maybe let's look at the dollar index then as we have this conversation. Why are you expecting a bullish reaction?
Because the the zones that I was looking at,
Mm-hmm.
they were major zones on my end. So
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting like, see, like here,
Uh-huh.
looking at the previous reaction when it got to that point,
Mm-hmm.
uh, what do I call it? Uh, change in market.
Mm-hmm.
So that was what I expected when it got to this point. But then
Mm-hmm.
when it got to this point,
Yeah.
it kept on pushing. So I had
Uh,
to sit back and watch,
oh,
see how things are moving.
okay, okay. Maybe anyone who has a different bias on the dollar. Talia. Hello, Talia. Hello, Talia. Can you hear me? Mohammed, maybe do you have a bias on the dollar? Maybe before I get to talk about this.
Not too sure, but I think basing on uh, Trump's election,
Yeah.
I would presume that the dollar would probably become stronger.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know up to what point, but that's my thinking that it would be strong for a while, maybe until his inauguration,
Uh-huh.
before markets go back to how they're supposed to be.
Okay. Talia, can you hear me? Maybe she's not able to hear me. So now about the dollar. Um, Trump's inauguration is on 20th. That is when he's being sworn in to power. And we've seen quite a bullish dollar, and I know many guys were expecting this, and we might see a continuation of this kind of reaction once he's sworn in. I'm just saying it's a speculation, not a certainty. However, look at where price is currently at and where it's going to. I mean, that is the whole reason why we are selling Euro USD and GBP USD and all that kind of pairs, and pairs like USD CHF, USD CAD, USD JPY have been very, very bullish. So you can see currently we are at about 109.705. Now, if we are to now look at what we are expecting, if we are to look at what we are expecting, maybe let me have these levels based off. Let me remove the levels in the middle because I'm sure these ones are may not. These ones already used levels. I want this one gone. Then I want this one as well. Done. Yeah, now at least it looks a bit better. Now, if we get into the weekly time frame, you remember something that I have mentioned, or I think I was mentioning in a different session, whereby when price breaks a higher time frame, maybe the supply or demand area, and you are now wondering where do you expect maybe a potential reaction, go to a time frame higher. If it broke the daily, go to the weekly. If it broke the 4 hour, go to the daily. If it broke the 1 hour, go to the 4 hour. Now, if it broke the weekly, go to the monthly time frame. But now in the monthly time frame, you have to refine your levels. Then based off whatever you're seeing on the monthly, now then you do your adjustments as you go lower. Okay, as you go to the time frames lower, you can be able to make your adjustments on that. Okay. So with that, you can see where the dollar index currently is. At 109, we are here at this area. So high likelihood is we might see price keep pushing higher. Okay. And if we see that happen, high likelihood is that we might break 110 and you go all the way to the areas of 113. You can see this level here. Maybe let me remove this line here. Then bring back this kind of good. I have this, then that. Okay, so you have that. Then I bring back the candles. So you can see we are in the middle of that. We're in the middle of that range. Okay. Now and look on the weekly time frame. Now, on the weekly time frame price, we had a breakout of this. This is a key supply area on the weekly time frame. We had a strong breakout. We had a retest. Now the retest will maybe see it on the daily or time frames lower. Then a continuation of the rally. Now, for the last how many weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4. For the last 5 weeks, the dollar has been very strong. And high likelihood is that I anticipate a continuation of that dollar strength. So we might see maybe a bit of reaction, a bit of retracement, but the major bias is I'm expecting to see price come towards 112 areas, these levels of 112, before we see a potential shift in market structure. So far, we are looking at a potential bullish dollar, and on the dollar index, from what I can see, at least I'm expecting to see price go to 111.930 areas. That will be like the very immediate areas. But if we are to push deeper, because we have like 7 days to Trump's inauguration, so if we are to push deeper, then we will see maybe 112 being tapped. Before now, you see maybe either price holds or breaks above this area. Considering the last time price was, this was a high of 2022. If you guys can see that, the last time price was here was in 2022. We are in 2025. So again, this is a very fresh supply area. And what happens with fresh supplies is that what happens with fresh supply or demand areas is that we usually see very strong reactions from these levels. Any level that is a fresh supply or a fresh demand area, or a level that has been maybe tested just once or twice. Because again, the more number of times a level gets tested, the weaker it becomes, and then eventually gets taken out. Okay. So this is a very fresh supply area. So when price comes into this area, we'll be looking out for a potential bearish reversal at this area. Okay. So it's something to closely observe. But in the meantime, now that you know the bias, it also coincides with what you're looking out for on Euro USD and what you're about to see on GBP USD, because I've also been monitoring GBP USD as well. So that is on the dollar index. Now we've seen that on the weekly time frame. Maybe let's see on the monthly time frame what you have. Again, the last time price was here. That was on in 2022. So it's a very key area to observe. Okay. Now if you come to the daily time frame, Yeah, on the daily, you can see how price is. We had a breakout. Price didn't retest this area, but now formed a minor demand within this area. Mohammed, today during the session that we are having, just me and you remember we were talking about these weeks, how to eyeball a target or how to and I remember we were looking at that on NZD USD, if I remember very well. We were eyeballing a target based off these rejections. So you can see now when price breaks above, then you had a retest. Price did not retest the zone, it retested this area where this rejection, then kept pushing higher. Okay. So we have that is on the dollar index. So let's see what you have on GU. Um, This is GBP USD. I think GBP USD is the one that has had the strongest momentum on all these pairs. Now, for GBP USD, the major range has already been filled, but maybe just let's break it down from the 1 hour time frame. Now, on GBP USD, you can see what you had here. These on the 1 hour time frame. And again, the setup is very, very smooth. You can be able to tell. I mean, the setup is very smooth. You can tell this was a demand. Maybe just let me mark it out so that we are able to see. So this is a major, let's call it, this is a key H1 and H4 demand. Okay. It was also origin of the rally. Origin of the rally to supply. Then supply is up here. Then let me break it down like this. Then you have key H1, H4 demand broken. H4. No, what's wrong with this? H. Yes, key H1 and H4 demand broken. Then new supply formed. So if I mark it out like that, new supply formed. Then lower formation of lower lows to be able to qualify it as a solid breakout. And these are the lower lows that you're talking about here, this one here. Okay, so maybe let me stretch these out to this area so that when you talk about the formation of the lower lows, you're able to see these are the lows that are formed. Then we have this, so retest of broken. So this is retest of broken demand. So demand. Then you have a new supply formed. Then you have continuation of the drop. Continuation of the drop lower. Okay. And now when that happened, we saw price drop all the way to the next area now, which is the next major demand, which is now this one. So this one I'll just so if you were to take this trade, this will have been our target. So this one I'll mark it out as major H4 and daily demand like that. Okay. So these ones up here, this is the major supply. I don't want to go deeper into that. These on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so if you maybe check out the 4 hour, let's see what you have on the 4 hour. Again, that is what you have on the H4. And again, you can see this is also a key area of interest. Now, this is a breakout, retest, continuation kind of setup or a drop-based drop kind of scenario when you're talking about supply and demand. Okay, so remember we talked about you have reversal setups and you have continuation setup. So now this is a continuation setup. There's a drop, base, drop. This was a drop base rally, so this is a drop base drop, and price is at almost at this next demand. Now when price gets to this demand area, because maybe let me check out the daily. We have the daily time frame. Yeah, so on the daily time frame you have this. So if I zoom out like this, then if you look to the left, if you look to the left, maybe let me refine this just a minute. We have that. Yeah, you have that. So you can see this demand area is the one here on the left. You can see this demand here where price currently is at. If you look to the left, this area, this major demand area here was the previous origin of this major rally all the way to these areas as price went all the way up. This was the origin of that rally. So this will be a key area to watch out for to see if price holds or breaks. So if price holds, then we will see maybe a potential bullish reversal from here. If it breaks, then we will be seeing price going deeper into this next major demand area down here, the one that I am dragging currently. Okay, so we have that. That is on GBP. That is on GBP USD. That is on GBP USD. You can see that. That is on the 1 hour. Check out the 1 hour for and the daily time frame. Okay. So that is GU EU. Again, in case anyone has a pair you'd like us to look at, please feel free to tell me. Then we check it out. So USD CHF. Now this is USD CHF. Let's see USD CHF. Let's start it out from the 4 hour time frame. Now, when we started off the year, that is on last week on Monday, price came towards this area. You can see this was last week. And if you look at this level here, if you look at this level here and this level here, okay, if you look at this. If you look at this level here and this level here, this is a key demand area. But if you look to the left, this is also a key supply. Okay. So anytime, and actually USDCHF is one of the perfect examples for these kind of scenarios, whereby when a key supply is broken, it becomes demand. When a key demand is broken, it becomes supply. Okay. So now this is a breakout retest continuation of the rally higher. Price rallied and formed this high here. Okay. So we had a scenario like this, then price dropped back to demand to be able to accumulate enough orders that will be able to take out this high and push to the next supply, and that is what we saw. So you've seen price rally all the way to this supply area. So now the next thing that you'll be expecting to see is price push slightly higher towards this area. Price pushes slightly higher towards this area. Before now, we see a potential, maybe a potential bearish reversal, or we see maybe a break. We see price break above and keep going higher. Okay. Now this is on the 4 hour time frame. Maybe let's check out the daily. Let's check out the daily time frame. So this is on the 4 hour. Let's see the daily time frame. You can see on the daily time frame as well, this supply area was the major origin of this whole drop to this area, all the way down. So price has filled a major range back towards this area. So the next thing I'll be expecting to see is either we see price go deeper into the zone. We might see maybe a bit of consolidation. Price goes deeper into the zone, then you have a potential reversal. So it's just a matter of time before we see that happening. Okay. So any question so far? Any questions so far till that point? Maybe any questions so far till that point? Ian, Talia, any questions so far till that point? Or maybe any pair you'd like us to look at? Anyone with a pair you'd like us to look at?
Maybe we can look at USD JPY.
USD JPY.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a minute. USD JPY. Okay. Uh, mhm. Let's see. USD JPY,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So let's see what you have on UJ. I think I've not traded USD JPY for a while. Of that. Oh, I had some markings here. Okay. This is USD JPY. Maybe tell me what are you anticipating, or maybe what are you looking out for?
I just wanted us to look at it. So
Oh, okay, okay.
so far,
Mm-hmm.
uh, after looking at the dollar index, maybe I could say that we are going to have still a bearish, no, a bullish. My bias is bullish on USD JPY.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so it can retest the zone and go back.
Okay. For USD JPY, maybe let me remove this call out because there's something I want to explain about this. Um, for USD JPY, let me remove this. Then you go to the daily time frame so that this becomes clear. Let's check out the daily time frame and see. Now you can see on the daily time frame where we are at. Okay.
Mm.
And maybe let me move this towards this area here. You have there, then you have there, then there. Now, if you look at where we are at on USD JPY, we are at a key level of supply. Okay. However, however, we still have a lot of momentum to push higher and break this supply. And remember, we have just seen that on the dollar index, we are expecting the dollar to keep pushing higher, right? Now,
Right.
for this one as well, it's the same kind of scenario. It's only that price is currently at a key supply area. Okay, but that is what we are expecting to see. That is what we are expecting to see. Price break above. What I'm anticipating to see is maybe price break above this area. That is on the UJ. I'm anticipating to see price break above this level here, and then we keep pushing higher. And the next area of interest is around this area. At about 160.700 is my next area of interest. Okay. So again, I'm not actively trading UJ. I think I still have PTSD for on USD JPY for like 2 years now. So that is why I rarely trade this. But analysis wise, you can always look at it. And from what I'm seeing here, we have here price is forming kind of like a minor demand here. If you see how price has reacted, maybe let me annotate it. If you see how price has reacted towards this area here, do you see there is no candle close below this area? And if you look to the left, there is some structure here. And if you look to the left again, there's also some structure here. Okay. So within this area, price is forming like a minor demand. So you might see price maybe just slight, then a week off, then you see this, then continuation of the rally higher towards this area here. Okay.
Yeah,
So Ian, I hope that is well understood.
yeah, it is well understood.
Okay. Maybe any you have a question about it?
This zone, this area, 150,000.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Um, I don't know how to.
What's up with that?
You see when there's some, you see where you've marked slightly above.
Yeah.
You can see that it also went below out of that zone, then went upwards.
Yes.
Uh, for me, it's been a challenge to work with some scenarios like this.
Yes. Now, if you are trading JPY pairs, then you will have to get used to this. I think you're one person who I've seen trade from when you were trading Euro JPY and GBP JPY, and now you decided get into USD JPY. I mean, if you get yourself in a toxic relationship, you have to deal with the toxicity of that relationship. Okay. So it's the same thing. USD JPY is a very toxic pair. GBP JPY is also another toxic pair. Euro JPY is also another toxic pair. So if you get yourself in a toxic relationship, you have to be willing to deal with the toxicity of that relationship. So what I'm saying is, you can see the kind of reaction that maybe let me mark this area here. See this area here.
Yeah,
Now, if you check that on the daily, you will see candle closes below this area. But if you check on the weekly, that is why I've done it like that. If you check the weekly time frame, I'm sure it is a long rejection that has been formed, then price pushes higher. Where is it? On the weekly time frame should be somewhere here. Should be around the 150, yeah, 150 area should be somewhere here, right?
mm,
On the weekly time frame, it is somewhere here. And you can see the first it's a undecisive candle, then price pushes high. I mean, you can see even the kind of reaction here. You should be expecting a bullish reversal from here, but price first breaks below, then a bit of consolidation, then pushes higher. I mean, toxic relationships. So don't, okay, for you, I know you love these toxic pairs, but if you are willing to dance in that fire, you must be able to handle the heat. Okay? Ian.
yeah,
If you're willing to dance in that fire, you must be able to handle the heat. So if you're willing to continue trading toxic pairs, you must be willing to handle such kind of things. Okay?
because I've seen that. Yeah, because I've seen that number of times.
Mm-hmm.
Like also, yeah, just above 148, that area still.
Yeah,
Uh,
around this area here. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, and you can see
you
price
see,
how price reacted,
that,
forming we have these high and then now forming a minor structure here as well as here, right? We have these highs. So it basically just formed like a structure here. So price broke these instead of reacting from here, then we saw shift and price pushed higher. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, but you get the bias and you've understood how we've broken it down.
yeah, I get it.
Okay, perfect. So we have that is on USD JPY. Anyone else that pair you'd like us to look at? We have 8 minutes before the session before the meeting goes and the session ends. I don't want to extend till 4 p.m. because you're not all of us. We're just a few of us, so I don't want to extend until 4 p.m. But at least we've covered quite a lot. The setup that I had talked about on Euro CAD is already happening, and that is why I was calling you, Talia, and Ian. If any one of you trades this pair, you can be able to take it. The setup is already coming through very nicely. So for Talia, Ian, and anyone else who's actively trading, even Hillary, I know you are active on this. So anyone who's for anyone who's observing this Euro CAD, you can take it. In case price maybe comes back to 1.47255, you can take it. Then you've mentioned the targets that we are expecting. So Nasdaq, let's look at Nas 100. Let's look at Nasdaq. Um, so I'll do Nasdaq and USD as the last pairs. We have about close to 6 minutes. Yes, Hillary, you've had USD, you're smiling. You can see the smile from wherever I am. Hila, hello. Where has he gone to? Yeah, I'm sure that is someone who very close friend who loves trading US30. He's also been part of the team for a while. It's only that you've probably not had him in other you've not had him in previous sessions, but he's one of my very close friends and we do trade together. So now this is on Nasdaq. I wish he joins in a few so that he doesn't miss out on this. But again, I'll quickly go through this. So you have 5 minutes, so I'll quickly go through this. Nasdaq, US30, then we can call it a session, maybe take a couple of questions. Then we can say adios to this. Then we can meet up on the next session. Again, remember, I usually share the recordings for this session on the trading room. So remember the channel I showed you on Discord. That's where I'll share the recording for this. I'll either share it as the recording itself or as the link. So if you find a link, just click on it, then I'll be able to accept. You can have access to that. So quickly, you can see this demand area on this time frame. This is on the 4 hour time frame. Again, this is all the time you have it as major. These are major H4 and daily demand. We have it as major H4 and daily demand. Then this is origin of the rally. Origin of the major rally to supply. Okay, so we have that. Then this is the supply. This is the supply we're talking about. Also all-time high areas. So this is, let me mark this out as major. Let me mark this out as major. Major H4 daily supply. Then it is also origin of the drop. Origin. What is this? It's origin. Origin of the drop to demand. So this is the origin of the drop. This is the origin of the rally. This is the origin of the drop. This major supply area that you have here. Then now that this range has been filled, price has gotten into the zone. So again, so here you say the range filled because now we've come from supply to demand. We missed out this area here and this area here. Then price has come into this area. So what I'm expecting to see is, what I'll be expecting to see is a potential bullish reversal from here. This key demand area, this is on the 4 hour time frame. If you check on the daily time frame as well, it is the same thing. Hillary, are you able to hear me? I don't know where he's gone again. I didn't want him to miss out on this one. Hillary, are you able to hear me? Hello, Hillary, are you able to hear me? Hillary, can you hear me? Anyway, we have 2 minutes, so um, he'll catch up. Then lastly, I'll do US 30. Hillary, if you can hear me, please unmute. Yeah, that this, and now this is US 30. So for US 30, we do have again the similar setup as what you have on Nasdaq. For US 30, you can see I've broken it down. I had actually done a very deep analysis on this. So this was a key, this was a demand area that was broken. So it has retested the supply. You can maybe take a photo or screenshots of this. But no, this one is actually on the trading room. I shared this on the trading room. This setup. So now price is inside this demand. This is a key area on the 4 and the daily. If you look to the left again, this is a major H4 daily demand, origin of the major rally, strong rally out of demand. So when price is in this area, if I shift it like this, so I'm expecting to see a potential bullish reversal inside this demand area. Once that happens, I'm looking at a scenario where we have price reacts like this, then you see price pushing higher, something like that. So Hillary, can you hear me? Mm, okay, I don't know why he can't hear me. So you have that. So I'll be expecting to see a potential reversal on that. This is on the 4 hour time frame. Maybe let's check out the daily. We have less than a minute to go. So this is on the daily time frame. It's a bit clogged because of this. But when I zoom in like this, you can see this daily, this was the origin of this whole rally to this supply. So when price comes here, we'll be expecting to see a potential bullish reversal unless price breaks below and keeps pushing lower. Okay. So with that, thank you guys for joining in. Um, unless there is any question, if there's no question, I'd like to end the session. Then I'll see you on the next one. So maybe is there a question? If there's no question, then cheers, guys. It's been amazing. I'll see you on the next one. So have an amazing day ahead, and watch out on the pairs that we've just mentioned. Then we can be able to catch up on the next session. I will update you guys.